Good morning, pregame crew. This is Chart Gal Lori, and you are at the pregame show. It is 8:24 a.m. Eastern, March 7th, 6:24 a.m. Mountain Time on this beautiful Monday. Audio visual check, please. Good morning, Joe, Blue Dog, Brent, Amara, Asia, Matthew, Bobo, Dino, Andre, Karkuki, Tammy, Wave Trader, Anu, Jerome, Ken, Topher, Night Truck, Roger, John, thank you for being here. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. If you could remember to hit that like button if I say anything that may help you with your trading today, if you could do that for me, I'd greatly appreciate it. A small reward for getting up at 3 a.m. Well, this morning, 2:30 to prepare for you. Good morning, Lisa. Perfect. All right, Chuck. My day can get started. Thanks, Rob. Appreciate it. I had a wonderful weekend. Hey, Adam. Hey, Theodore. Does anyone have a chart request before I officially get started? So I'll get started when this says 6:30 down here. I'll go over indices, commodities, crypto, movers and shakers of the day. And I have notes that'll hopefully help you get ready for the trading day. I share these notes in our TCG chat. I share the notes so you can copy, delete, write them up, mark them up, do whatever. Well, hello, Fred. Hey, Jessica. Good morning, Pavel. Hey, John. Yep, metals went ballistic last night. We have gold is now barely green, giving a lot back, and so is oil is giving a lot back as well. What's going on with the dollar? The dollar could be a 15-minute bear flag, which is kind of odd. Typically, I would expect this to be going up for gold and oil to be pulling back, but they have not always had an exact inverse relationship and really proving it now, and oil's really pulling back here. We hit $130 overnight, and now we are oversold on the 15-minute. We're oversold on the 15-minute here and here, and it was a time to buy. So let's see. Gap fill is 115.53. Hey, AR, how are you? Okay, let's look at Snap. Speaking of Snap, Crackle, Pop, wheat is going crazy as well. Okay, we're in a daily downtrend and we're in a weekly downtrend, but the bulls do have enough room for a weekly higher low. We are right at that 50% retrace. If we continued farther down, then on any bounce, we'd expect a lower high. So we're right here at that middle point between the low of earnings reaction of 24.32 to that high from February 7th week. And so now we're at that 50% retrace. Now let's just get some more details. Of course, the market, we need the market to bounce for any name for you to be looking to go long. We need some market cooperation, and we just haven't been getting that at all. I'm looking over here, we had a level here of 32.09 and 31.92. I would definitely keep on my charts as potential supports if we continue downward. Bulls have so much work to do on this chart. It makes me tired just looking at it. Resistance $33, $33.21, $33.44, and $34.24. What is it? Oversold on the hourly? Yes. 4 hour? Yes. Daily is not even close. So we could get a relief bounce this morning, but these hourly EMAs continue to suppress price. Visa, yeah, nickel is on fire. We're going to talk about nickel. If you're a TCG member, I've been posting about it in commodities and general chat. Just so you can see, nickel futures up 38%. And then I included names that we could look at, possibly trade on this nickel bump. Yep, Palladium went crazy. It's pulling back a little bit this morning. Oh, wait. I was on Visa. Let me stay with my train of thought. Okay, daily downtrend. Bulls have a shot to hold this 19565. So remember, all of these names that do business in Russia, they've been getting some bearish overhang. So Visa says they're no longer going to do business in Russia as part of their company policy. So they may see business slide. 195.65 is the level to hold. Daily is oversold as we're looking for a potential monthly higher low is typically a good place to go dumpster diving. Let's see if these lows can hold, or are they just going to get farther pushed down from their news this weekend that they're withdrawing from Russia. All right, let's look at Palladium. One more minute, I'll go over indices. Yeah, pulling back really hard. So this may be a climax top for Palladium, gold, oil, all of these names that really just gapped up huge last night, and they've just been taking a breather all night. So it doesn't mean we won't have back burner opportunities. For example, Palladium, if it were to get oversold on the hourly, that could be a good time to go try for a flip on Palladium. But right now, on any bounce, we're looking for lower highs on the 15-minute and the hourly. BBBY. So Ryan Cohen is the CEO of GameStop, and he took a 10% stake in Bed Bath & Beyond, and he's encouraging major change. And it is a short squeeze, so that's why it's on our radar today. Definitely shorts are getting squeezed on that one. All right, y'all ready to get started? Let's do it. All right, this is who I am. I'm Chart Gal Lori. I'm a chartographer. I thought that was kind of cute play on cartographer. I teach technical analysis, and that's what we do at Chart Guys. And what I do here every morning is I get you ready for the trading day. I always say I wake up in the morning, all the puzzle pieces are thrown on the ground, and I pick each one up one at a time, put the puzzle pieces together, and kind of give you a layout of the day and what the more likely path or scenarios could be. Doesn't mean it'll work out like that, but that's what I do. If you're interested in my chart setup, you can click on the link below in the video description and get a PDF with a full explanation of my chart setup and what these yellow candles mean, which are inside bars, squeeze, and all the things. So welcome, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Follow me on Twitter, Chart Gal Lori. Let's get started with ES. So ES has changed the hourly trend. And we're just going to take this time frame by time frame and break it down. And that's what we do at Chart Guys. Of course, we rely on price action. I mean, price action is king, queen, prince, and princess. It's definitely primo, numero uno, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. So with price action on the hourly, let me change my pen color so you can see it. So we have gotten an hourly higher high. I don't know if we would necessarily call this a pivot low, but we have plenty of room now for hourly higher low. And on Nasdaq, we got the hourly trend change. Do you see it? I bought this overnight because I was really focused on this 0.618 in this golden pocket. Let me scroll out a little bit so you can see what I was grabbing. So the low from February 24th to the high of March 3rd, I did a fib pull on that, and we hit the golden pocket overnight, and I bought that. So on the hourly, we have the trend change, but the fly in the ointment is the 4-hour. On a 4-hour, what's the most likely scenario? Lower highs. Lower highs are on deck. So that's why I'm looking bearish. Apple and Facebook, they're on my list for potential bear plays. Definitely did not mean BBY red. I meant green on that. Whoa. So Apple and Facebook are my bearish trades. BBBY, PLTR, Rio, Tesla, Uber. Looking green on those. Looking long. And Rio was a name from last Friday. I hope you got a piece of it. And I brought it up because we had this hefty dividend coming up March 10th, so 3 days, $4.79. And it is a huge nickel. I don't know what the right verb is or noun, that they're a nickel producer. Are they mine it? Whatever you do with nickel, Rio does it. How about that? So I still like Rio to the long side. Let's go back to Nasdaq. So Nasdaq's done something ES has not clearly done with this hourly trend change. But again, on the 4-hour, we're looking for lower highs. RTY, same thing. Hourly, lower high, lower low. And then we've straight to a higher high, but now we have enough room for a higher low. So when I was typing these, I need to delete all of this. Oh yeah, let's look at Apple and QQQ inverted. I wanted to show you that. The RTY, hourly higher high, have plenty of room for higher low. Now, YYY, when I was typing this, I would still say this is a triple top on the hourly. So we have not gotten a higher high on YM, but I am particularly interested in Dow, and let me show you why. Now this isn't super clean. You can look at the 2-day, the 3-day, the weekly, the daily. We have potential falling wedge on the Dow. And what it is we're getting these lower lows with very little follow through. Lower low, very little follow through. So this has me looking bullish the market. Now I know there's been nothing bullish about the market, but overall I'm seeing a lot of good signs for potential reversals. And let me show you the number one. I don't do this with y'all a lot, so I'm going to do it for the first time. Inverted. So this is the QQQ chart inverted. So would you be a buyer or a seller right here of QQQ on this inverted chart? You'd be a seller. Clear resistance right here. So you would be a seller. This chart is not built for a long. Look at every test of that monthly 21 EMA is held. So this is clearly a short. Now let me show you an even more pronounced one. Apple. Look at that bear flag. This is inverted. So I'm going to show it to you the right way. This is what it is, a potential monthly bull flag. Sure enough, potential monthly bear flag. Inverted. Look at this 8 EMA. It has been propping up price for Apple for a long, long time. So I like the market long when I look at Apple inverted, QQQ inverted. Let me show you one more and stay on my inverted hack here. Look at this quarterly chart on XBI. So is it logical to go short in this area or go long? This is a clear area to go short on this inverted, which means when we flip it over, this is an area to potentially go long. So I will keep these biases, I guess I shouldn't say bias, but these theses, I will keep them front and center of my brain because I think they're pretty interesting. VIX has a weekly lower, VIX weekly lower high would be best case scenario for market bulls. I'm not saying that this is confirmed. I'm saying this is what the market bulls want. So let's go take a look at VIX. And if you're new here, welcome. I'd love to hear how you found us. But most importantly, if you could hit that like button, I'd appreciate it. On the weekly, we have resistance here of 37.79 and 38.94. We have not gotten through those levels. And I've been pointing out in the swing report, and we have a separate service for swing names. So I go over market wins, the whole kit and caboodle. Look at all the major indices and what I see transpiring. And then we have a relative rotation graph and market wins. No, what do we call that? Tide pool section. And then we have individual names that we like going into the next week. So when I have been doing the swing report, I have been calling out this daily broadening formation. At least you can see it, really see it here on at least the top. So I'm looking for a lower high on VIX. Let me show you ES. Actually, let me show you on SPY. We've had this broadening formation on SPY. So we are still holding this support line, this trend line on the bottom level. So just wanted to show you those things, a few highlights from this weekend swing report. So Asian and German markets were down huge overnight. Doesn't mean that we have to be down, but it's something I want to keep reminding myself. These 4-hour lower highs on deck. For our major indices, and the Asian German markets have been down. XLF and Apple, I told y'all Friday, they are key for the market, absolutely key. Well, XLF lost 36.80 in pre-market and has been trying to regain it. So we're back up over it. We need XLF to hold up. If XLF were to roll over, that's going to shift all the way to QQQ. QQQ will have to continue its bounce in order for the market to stay propped up. And I don't know how long it can do that when 4-hour lower highs are the more likely scenario. All right, Apple must hold 162. Let's go look at Apple. Apple is a Queen of the Mountain short, and Queen of the Mountain is just our slang in here that we use for setups that are better or more higher conviction trade setups for me, I guess is the best way to explain it. So I'm looking for an hourly top fish on Apple gets 164.07. And if that were to break through at 164.47 or 164.50 would be that next level. So I like Apple for a top fish, but considering how big this bounce is, I would then flip bull midday because we have enough room for a higher low compared to that pre-market level. So what we want to see is for Apple to get back up over, I'm going to delete all this now. this level, because we have a daily double bottom right now, 161.97 and 162.10. When Apple found that bottom on Friday, that's when the market started bouncing. We have to have Apple holding this daily support level, XLF holding the support level, and then on pullbacks, we've made a lot of room for higher lows. So that's kind of the scenario of the day. All right, Bitcoin hourly trend change, a 4-hour higher high is possible, but on Ethereum, it's more likely that you would get a lower high. So let's look at this. On the hourly, lower high, higher low, higher high. So we got the hourly trend change, okay? And on the 4-hour, your next level is right here. Let me get a little price label for you. Right there, 39375. We can get over that in one fell swoop. I'm not saying the bulls are going to do it, but it's not a very low probability scenario. It's a higher probability scenario than something like NQ getting over its 4-hour last high of 14,060. So Bitcoin has a better odds for that 4-hour higher high, and Ethereum has very low odds that they would get over, well, I just have a hard time calling this the last high because it wasn't a pivot. So 2685, and there's a low probability that Ethereum would zoom over 2685. So we've got an hourly trend change, but a 4-hour lower high is most likely. Okay, commodities. Gold hourly uptrend. So when I type these things, it may have changed because I typed this about an hour ago and we're pulling back pretty significantly. Okay, we've lost the 4-hour. Higher low, higher high, now a lower low. Now on a bounce, we'd be looking for a lower high. So aggressive bears could be top fishing gold lower highs and oil lower highs compared to 126.71. Nat gas, we've lost that uptrend, 4996 and 4907. Now on almost all of these charts, not nat gas, but on oil, if you see here, let me show you my alerts. How do I sort? Newest first. Okay, that's the way it is. Okay, here are all of my, if you want to screenshot this, here's all the alerts I created this morning. So I'll just go through a few. So VALE, I don't know what I was thinking. VALE, hourly oversold. I want to know, and because VALE is a producer of nickel or a miner of nickel, whatever the right word is. GDX, I want to know the first hourly oversold. Copper, first hourly oversold. Silver, I want to know. Oil, I want to know. Gold, I want to know. CF and NTR and MOS fertilizer names, all three of them got upgrades this morning and they're really going parabolic. So I want to know when they get oversold. So back burner is going to be my focus today. And so I set all of these alerts getting ready for the trading day, and that's going to be my focus. Sure, I can invert it. Let's look at it. That would be interesting to look at. So it's Alt I, by the way. If you want to invert your chart on TradingView, it's Alt I. So this would be an area you would look to go short on Bitcoin inverted. So that means it could be an area to go, good area to go long. Alt I. So you see that? That's on the daily and on the 4-hour. Yeah, this is a top fish area, which means it could be a good area to go long Bitcoin. So Alt I, that's how you do that. All right, we talked about Apple, BBBY. Shorts are getting squeezed here. Ryan Cohen, chairman of GameStop, has taken a 10% stake in Bed Bath & Beyond, and he is pushing for change with management. So the shorts are really getting wrecked in here. The next resistances I had, they've gone through. So let me go out and see if I can get you some more. So $39, $30, and $40 are your next resistances besides psychological levels on Bed Bath & Beyond. So what I'm viewing Bed Bath & Beyond is this bullish news is ninjas only, meaning I think it's going to have great volatility. If you could do the 5-minute back burner, actually, that would be a really good trade. So let me go set that alert. And I don't trade all of these alerts when they fire. I look at the market. I look at context. I read the room. Okay, there's copper already getting oversold on the hourly. And then I go look at the chart. So let me go look at the chart now. Oh, wow. Look at that pullback. Hourly getting oversold. I'm interested in copper here. 47385. We've already broken that. 47140. I'm definitely interested in copper now. Wow. Okay, I think I'm going to take this trade. This is a high risk trade. High risk because I'm live and I will be distracted. And copper has a $12.50 tick value for every 0.0005. All right, I'm in. And my stop is below 471. Okay, so that's how I use alerts. You just saw it in action. I'm already up $100. I may lock in on one contract. I'm out with $150. Just a quick scalp. Because I'm live and I get a little jumpy when I'm in a big trade, especially a futures trade, makes me a little jumpy. All right, now let me get back to my names. Facebook top fish early on. And when we say back burner, the chart guys, it's a unique concept to the chart guys. Dan came up with it for a back burner trade, meaning it has had this huge bull run. And then when it pulls back and gets oversold on shorter term time frames, maybe the 5 minute for the very first one or the hourly, if we're in a daily uptrend, is typically a good area. Look at that bounce. That is a lot of ticks. That's 93 ticks. That's a $1,000 move right there. Maybe I'm doing this math wrong, but I don't think I am. Okay. Facebook, I'm looking for a top fish early on, possible long later in the day or the week. I am still very, very much interested in Facebook for a swing. On the daily, I need it to hold 190.22. We have not made enough room for a higher low. Doesn't mean we can't get one, but the odds are not stacked majorly in our favor here. So, I think I have it on the 15-minute drawn. Yeah, I'm looking for a top fish compared to 201.56 and 201.82. Nope, I marked that wrong. Must have been looking at a different time frame. So 201.56 and 202 are the areas I'm looking short. 249 would be the first level, then 201.56, then 202. We have support at 197.50 and 195.75. Okay, I'm scalping copper one more time. All right. And I'm out the second scalp of copper. All right, so Facebook, I'm looking for a top fish. PLTR got an upgrade this morning. I like PLTR long, to the long side. So on the daily, we have this EQ. We have enough room for a higher low, and we got some positive news. So this is one of my green names. I'm looking green. Support 1095 than 1063. Actually, I'd rather use 1095, 1074 than 1063. Nickel, up 40%. It's up huge. So we have names like VALE, and that's why Rio is on my list. I wanted to show you this chart. I don't know all the things that are made from nickel, but whatever it is, they're going to be really expensive now. Wow. Okay. RIO has that big dividend. I talked to you about that. Tesla, I like because of oil prices. Tesla's in favor, and it's been stronger than most. Support 84166. I think I had in my notes. Tesla has I have a bull bias with the oil bull move. Potential daily bull flag. Uber raises guidance. I have a bull lean on Uber today. Support 3019, then 2913. Resistance 3132, then 3296. XLF, we're getting up and over that 3680 in pre-market. Thank goodness. Get up over it. That will help the market bulls, because what are the most important two charts right now? XLF holding 3680 and Apple holding 162. And then XBI, I showed you that inverted chart. All right, so let me go find your chat. Sometimes I click the wrong thing. For copper, HG. So it's backslash. Where did my text go? There it is. It's backslash HG. That is copper on Thinkorswim. All right, so for all the, okay, you want me to go over silver? Sure. Is it pulling back pretty hard? I have my hourly time frame set up for silver. So you see why I took copper, because copper is oversold on the hourly, silver is not yet. So that's why I like that copper trade setup. So on silver, we're running into the hourly 50 MA from above, which typically can serve as support on that first back test after a parabolic move. It could hold. 15-minute is oversold, and that's been a good area to buy the metals for the most part. Resistance, 26.01, 26.24. Support, the low of this move, 25.46, and then 25.41. Again, when I go to click, I lose my buttons. Rob. Yeah, nickels and everything. Yeah, it's crazy. Alt I is how you convert or invert a chart. Thanks, JP. You rock. Hey, baller on a budget. Luna, let's look at Luna. All right. Sorry, still watching copper. Luna, we have plenty of room for a daily lower high. So let me show you this math here. We have pulled back 0.382, 78.19 area. Typically, it's probably looks better scrunched up a little bit on the day. Yeah, potential 2-day bull flag on Luna. Possible 4-hour falling wedge, sure, and that would be that pennant of that bull flag we just discussed. You have support at 77.50, and you have resistance at 79.28. Okay. BHP, yep, they're a great nickel producer. I was looking at them today too. I didn't like their chart as much. This is what I didn't like about this chart. Does this look like a broadening formation? And this is not technically correct. Jason's going to come undone. He's on. But we're just getting these small higher highs with very little follow through. And on those, I'm looking for one of two things. It's either a rising wedge or a megaphone. So it can be whatever you want to call it. But these higher highs without follow through is not very good, despite that huge nickel move overnight. Your next support, 73.30, 72.33. I just don't see a setup. I can have a thesis, and the thesis, well, nickel is up 40%. That's not a thesis. That's a fact. But if I go look at names that are involved in nickel, I want a setup, because my thesis is nickel bullish should be good for companies that are involved in nickel. But if there's no trade setup, where am I going to put my fishing pole? I have to have a place to put my fishing pole. And I actually worked with someone this weekend that was having a hard time, and I was making feverish notes about some of the issues that he was having. And it was pretty interesting. The conclusion that we came to for him was context. He was not able to read the room. And we need to be able to figure out what's going on under the hood. Price is definitely the most important, but if price is pushing up on low volume and very little interest from institutions, which is what we get when tick is low, or ADD or ADNDD are low, the institutions aren't very interested. So the push up may not have its staying power. So it helps you define context and what's going to be a trend day. What has a higher likelihood of being a trend day over another regular sideways days? Because I shared with you Friday, 70 to 85% of the time our trading days we're trading sideways. And then 15 to 30% of the time we're having a trend day, either to the upside or to the downside. Recognizing those trend days early on is the key, because then you know to leave a scale on, POSO, play out or stop out, a POSO scale. If you're having a trending day, leave that last scale on and just ride it. Don't have to take everything off. So being able to identify what's a trend day and what's not a trend day by adding potentially market internals to your toolkit may help you. And actually, Jason and Lamont are working on some internal stuff. I'll just say that because I don't want to get in trouble. But analytics, you must know thyself. I use TraderView. You have to know that Thursdays aren't your day. You don't make a lot of money on Thursdays. You know, what setups are you good at? oversold balances are not my absolute best. I just made money doing it with copper, but it's not my number one edge. Falling wedges into key support, that's my number one edge. So you have to know thyself. And that's things I can't tell you what you're good at. You're going to have to do the analytics, the post-mortem, and say, okay, this is what's working for me and this is not working for me. So the two really important things, our takeaway from my Saturday session, is I thought I would share those with you. Okay, copper is really getting a good bounce. I'll answer one more ticker request. Yeah, I would be all out, or at least all out on this. A little 2% move, not bad. I try not to identify patterns that are not appropriate, but I also want to be able to articulate what is price doing. And these higher highs without a lot of follow through shows me bear exhaustion. Okay, I probably need to take a break if I keep doing this stuff, but it shows me bear exhaustion. I don't have to have a pattern name assigned to it to know that these bulls are not getting follow through. Bull exhaustion, sorry. Yep, Trader VUE. Yep. Bed Bath & Beyond is going crazy. Gonna be one for the ninjas today. I have 99 problems. I do have 99 problems, but I got solutions too. All right, y'all be careful today. Use stop losses. Hit the like button. Again, if you're interested in my chart setup, you can click on the link below in the video description and get a link. It explains all the stuff, all the Punky Brewster rainbow bright colors and why I use them. So you can check that out. You can follow me on Twitter at CharkAlLori. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe. Let's look at net from Mary. Mary, you like net. I like net fundamentally. I really do. Okay, we're stuck in an EQ. So we have a resistance at 123.12 and we hit 123.36. So we have a double top on the weekly. On the daily, we have plenty of room for higher low compared to 86.86. We've already retraced 70%. So careful, Mary, on any bounce. Odds would favor a lower high compared to 123.36 because of how far we pulled back. And I would be watching QQQ to trade this, excuse me. I would be watching QQQ to trade net because it is involved with tech. You're welcome, Blue Dog. All right, that's it for me. Thanks for joining me, and TCGers, I'll see you in the room.